After one more night of playoff basketball, we have found out the last team in the West that will participate in the next round of the playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks were able to beat the Clippers on their home court to advance to the next round. Dallas needed 6 games to advance, and I don't want to brag, but that is exactly what I predicted for the series, a 4-2 Dallas win. The Mavericks just overpowered the Clippers. The Clippers were also without Kawhi for the series. Luka and Kyrie were awesome. James Harden had a bunch of stinkers, but that's not that big of a deal. That's more of something that you can expect from him during the postseason. And, well, the Mavericks were just better. The only thing that could have made the series win even sweeter is if they would have completed that epic comeback from like 30 down. Well, they did complete it, they just didn't finish the job. Anyways, the Mavericks won. On the other side, what awaits them are the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that was the number 1 seed in the West this season. A super young team that surprised me with how balanced and good they were for the whole season. Obviously, you have gilgeous-alexander, a strong MVP candidate. Chet Holmgren's first season was a success, Jalen Williams had a great season, and they just have a bunch of young guns who fit together. They're like college buddies who enjoy playing with each other, and they're good at it. For Thunder, they finished off the New Orleans Pelicans in 4 games. I thought the Pelicans would win 1 game, but in the end, they won none. Zion wasn't able to play, and that was just an easy work for the Thunder. But here we are in the next round. Oklahoma versus Dallas. Who wins and why? During the regular season, both teams met 4 times, and Oklahoma won 3 of those meetings, including a 50-point blowout in the last game of the regular season. How much you want to take those games into account is up to you. All I'm going to say is that in that game, one of the Mavericks starters was Olivier Prosper, a dude who averaged 3 points and 2 rebounds during the regular season. OKC did play their starters a bit, so in essence, they won 2 out of 3 games that really mattered. For OKC, it's pretty clear. Shai Gilgeous was their best player during regular season. 30 points, 6 assists, 5.5 rebounds. Time will tell how good he'll do in the MVP voting, but he'll be up there, at the top. Coach Dagnall won Coach of the Year. 5 OKC Thunders, including Shai, averaged double-digit points. They were a cool team to watch, and they just played fun basketball. It was actually quite an accomplishment for a team that young, with their own talent, not just some big free agent signings, to become that good this quick. For Dallas, you know the drill. Luka Doncic. He won the scoring title, he almost averaged a triple-double for the whole season, and he did it on good shooting numbers. Kyrie Irving was his excellent self, averaging 25, 5 and 5 on 41% from the 3. They had some good rookie play from Derek Lively. Daniel Gafford was a welcome addition during the season, and seems like an answer to having a better Mavericks team was to get Luka some lob threats. So both teams had good seasons, but who wins here? One of the things you can hold against the Thunder is that they are too young, but so far it hasn't held them back. They weren't a particularly impressive rebounding team, but in the series versus Pelicans, that didn't hold them back as well. Dallas will be a different beast though. Dallas can grab those offensive rebounds, and you don't want to give too much of those second chances to Luka and Kyrie. Speaking of both, who will defend them? You would say you want to put Dort on Luka, but the reality is that Doncic didn't really feel the effect of Dort's defense this season. But it's Luka, so he will find those matchups, he will manipulate the defense how he wants and get his. Still, I think he will be the main guy who will try to stop Luka. So one of the keys in Thunder winning this is how effective he can be against Doncic. Dallas likes lobs, but they do have to account for Chet Holmgren in the paint. Holmgren will make life more difficult in the paint for Dallas, and Dallas doesn't have big centers. They're more finesse, if you will. Holmgren is not big himself, he's just tall, so it will be fun to watch how boys battle in the paint and who actually comes out on the top. The next question is, how will Dallas defend Thunder's guards? Shai averaged 30 points per game as well, and one of the Mavericks' weaknesses is that guard play on defense. They weren't as bad as in the past, but still OKC will test them early and often. The Mavericks were actually a top 7 defense after the trade deadline, so it's not all bad, and in the end it's about making shots. If Kyrie and Luka make Thunder's guards work harder on defense, they won't have the same juice on offense. Thunder is more of a team, while Dallas has a two-headed monster and some other good complementary pieces. In coaching, you have to give a bit of an edge to our reigning Coach of the Year in Dagnall. Although Jason Kidd is no scrub himself, he has some championship experience as a coach and he's improved by the years as a head coach. This is a hard one, guys. I do like both teams. Luka, already in his young career, has a lot of playoff experience and a lot of big moments. Kyrie is obviously a champion and a big shot maker. Seems like ages ago, but he made the biggest shot in the finals that led to a Cleveland Cavaliers victory. Both seem to be meshing much better this season. You can't completely shut down Luka and Kyrie, but they can't do it alone. Somebody else on the Mavericks will have to step up. Guarding Shea, Jalen Williams, Holmgren will be much harder than it was to guard a notable playoff choker in Harden, a bad shooter in Westbrook, and a team without Kawhi. Somebody else needs to score for Dallas. Will it be Washington? Maybe Kleber can have a few good moments? That can decide the entire series. For OKC, they have a well-rounded team and all starters were performing well in the first round series against New Orleans. But Dallas is much more potent offensively. Holmgren needs to find a stroke from the three because shooting 30% from the distance won't really scare Dallas. If he can punish the Mavericks from deep, they will just pack the paint with their athletes and grab bulk of the rebounds. So this one will be interesting, but my gut says that Dallas wins this one in 6. I think they steal one in OKC and then win Game 6 on their home court to clinch the series. OKC has had a great year, but maybe this is the series where their inexperience shows just a bit. But what do you think, guys? Who wins? Who will be better? Shea or Luka? What is your prediction for the series? Please leave your comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and also check my picks for some other playoff series. Also, you can watch some historic videos right here on this channel, so don't be shy, browse around. Thank you very much for watching. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.